What's up, Fat Free Diaries, May 3rd, 2011. It's about 8:19 p.m. I lied. I said I wasn't going to reach out to you for a couple of weeks. But it's been crazy, and I actually do have a moment to spend with you. If you notice that the background is actually pretty cool. It's part of the set of one of my fellow directors' piece coming up next week. Those of you who are not aware, the Actors Studio Drama School is having thesis performances in their repertory season at Dance New Amsterdam 53 Chambers Street, New York, New York. It continues this week. The week D shows are starting tomorrow, Wednesday through Saturday, and then next week, Wednesday through Saturday. So we still got 2 weeks more of free shows. If you want tickets, ASDSRep at pace.edu. Okay, enough of the plug. Now let's talk. I put on my hoodie even though it's so freaking hot in this room because I told you 2 or 3 weeks after I've started and really gotten into my running program, we'll see what my progress is like. Haven't lost any weight, but I've been checking out the inches, and it's good, people. It is good. I hope to see the 30s soon, and I'm not talking about age. I'm already in those, but as far as my waist measurements, the 30s are coming, and they're coming real soon. So I'm gonna have something really awesome to share with you. Plus, the shirt that I'm wearing today is actually the same shirt I was wearing at the last video that I was sharing with you. So it kind of looks like I don't have any clothes, which is kind of cool because I need a new wardrobe. A lot of my clothes are fitting big. It's just to show that when you try something and you really stick to it, I am not following program as best as I could, but I'm doing the best that I can. You know, the program requires that I have X amount of points. For the last couple of days, I haven't really been following how many points I've been eating. I just know that I haven't been overeating, and I've been exercising and doing my running. I'm doing week 2. Tomorrow I go to day 2 of week 2. For those of you who are not aware of what I'm working on, it's the C2 5K, couch to 5K runner. So it takes the couch potato and it turns you into a 5K runner. Every week for 9 weeks, it gradually picks you up into another level of running. For those of you who are not runners, this is the program for you. I never thought that I could do this. In high school, they told me I had a lung spasm. I would run not even a half of a lap of the field, and I'd be wheezing, and they swore up and down that it wasn't asthma. But at that time, I wasn't allowed to run anymore because they were afraid that my lung would close up and, I couldn't breathe. But now, thanks to the wonderful world of the internet and those people who put, free information out there for people to reach, Cool Runnings, I'm not sure if it's .com or .org, but Cool Runnings, they set up what the program is, but you can go to iTunes and you can download it. If you download it, it's free. You get Robert Ulroy, really cool dude. I have no idea what he looks like, but he put these free iPod podcasts on there. And I heard that there's also an app for it now. So those of you who have the fancy schmancy telephones, you can do it. Now me, I have the old iPod, and but any which way. Week 2, man, I'm doing pretty good. I'm really excited about it. I'm kind of at a crossroads right now because I'm about to graduate, and it's scary. It's scary because I'm excited. I'm excited because I've seen something all the way through. 4 years ago, I stopped teaching in the public school system. I was a second grade teacher for 3 wonderful years, and that ended after 3 years. And I decided that I was going to re-examine where my life was going. I asked my husband, listen, is it cool if I not work for a year? I mean, I always have my part-time because ladies especially, you cannot be depending on somebody else completely. You need to hold on to some of that independence for sure. So I always kept my part-time gig that could always turn into a full-time gig. And I always did my hustle. But I said to him, I said, would it be cool if I go back to school? And I think that had I been at that crossroads by myself, I probably would have done it the same way anyway. That's what financial aid is for. That's what student loans are for. It's not for you to be in debt for the rest of your life. It's for you to be in debt for a little while in exchange for the education that's going to get you to where you got to go. One of the biggest things that I thought about was something that a young woman said to me who was on her way to Africa to take care of chimpanzees. I know this sounds mad retarded, talking about chimp. But she said to me, well, what would you want to be doing if money were not an issue? And that conversation took me to a whole nother level in my search on what I wanted to do. What would you be doing if money were not an issue? And then I started thinking, well, what kind of relationships had I had? The only relationship I ever had with a job that lasted more than a couple of years, and I'm talking about 2 to 3 years tops, was working with children, which was the 3 years I spent teaching. But more so was the theater. You know, I was introduced to theater at 13. Thank you, Frank Rojas. An amazing teacher. I think I heard a mouse. That's not cool. Anyway, we're in New York. What the hell? And Frank Rojas introduced me to what it was like to act, because I was always a singer. Anybody that knows me knows that, you know, me and music was the way to go. But there I was, 13, and learning how to act. I remember my first lines were, "Maricón, bastard, you didn't have to shoot him, Santi." I had to ask for permission to say those things, because, of course, my mom didn't know that I cursed, but I was about to do this in public, right? So that was over 27 years ago. And it's been the only relationship that I've been able to keep all these years. It's what has stayed with me for sure. And so I decided to take on this program. It was a 3-year commitment, and in 3 weeks, it's done. In 3 weeks, I've accomplished it. I've trained with some amazing people, some amazing instructors, and you know, I don't say that lightly. You know, having been a teacher for a couple of years, I mean, I taught 3 years public school 2nd grade, but I've taught for quite a while. I've taught the arts, I've taught acting, I've coached singing, I've, you know, done my share of teaching. And once you're a teacher, you know if another teacher's bullshitting you or not. And these teachers mean what they say. You know, they live this craft. I found a very new respect for the culture of theater, for acting. I realized how much it gave me. It gave me options. Coming from the Bronx, people assume that, you know, oh, you're ghetto, and that's all you'll ever be. And because you speak with a certain accent and some of your words sound a certain way, that's all you will ever be. And the truth is that I have 2 master's degrees. I'm a little Puerto Rican woman from the Bronx who not only went to college and got a bachelor's, but I went ahead and I got 2 masters. I know that got to put me in some really wicked small percentile, and I'm a witness that it can be done. I'm not sharing that out of conceit. I'm sharing it out of, if I could do it, you can do it. Same reason I've been doing these videos all these months. We're working on 5 months now, people, believe it or not, those of you who've been following it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I said I was gonna do it, because I can, because I will. Nothing's gonna tear me from that. And I realize the more you get closer to those goals that you want to do in life, the closer you get to achieving. The more there's people that are gonna come out of the woodwork hating for no damn reason. And you know who you are. And if I cry, it's out of just pity for you. Those of you that you have to feel good by putting somebody else down in whatever stupid, nonsensical way that is. Look it up if you have to, because I know I'm speaking proper English here. I might have my ghetto slang to it, but I'm sure you can understand it. I'm not quitting. I haven't been a quitter for a long time. The only thing that I'm quitting is on the negativity. Keep the negativity. I don't need it. I don't want it. In my life, I'm about achieving. 3 years ago, I set on a course to discover something, to further develop something. And now in 3 weeks, 21 days, actually less, the time's gonna come that I'm walking down the aisle yet once again in my black robe with my colors as an educator and as a performer, as a creative artist. And I'm very proud of that. I achieved it because I proposed that I would, and it did not happen overnight. Altogether, I've been in college, actually post high school education, because I did secretarial stuff too, got a diploma for that too. I've been in college now and post high school education for 20 years. That's almost as long as some people that I know have been alive. But you know what? I'm preparing for the next 20 years. And the next 20 after that, and if God helps me, the next 20 after that. I'm feeling great. You know, my health is in a much, much better place. My mind is in a much better place, and my heart is in a much better place. I feel sorry for those people that keep trying to knock me down, that think that I'm trying to seek some kind of sympathy with these videos. Please, if anybody needs sympathy, is you, that thinks that you can understand a person just from what they're sharing on some form of media. You would have to get to know me for that, and you'd have to do a lot more than watch videos. And if you aren't getting anything out of these videos, then stop watching them. Nobody's forcing you to. This is for me. I told you from day one, this was a personal thing, something that I wanted to do so that I can be accountable, so that I don't give up on myself like possibly you did. You probably gave up on yourself, and it just bites you that other people don't want to do the same, because misery loves company. Well, any pity party invitations, please do not send them to me, because I am not attending those parties. I am celebrating life, celebrating choices, celebrating empowerment as a woman, as a minority, as somebody who beat a lot of odds, because chances were that I would have been a teenage mom, or married to a jailbird, or in drugs, or trying to fight to get out of drugs, or some kind of, sad situation. Not to say that being a teenage mom would have been the end of the world, because I know some of my people, you guys started out young, but it's not continuing to make these choices that make life more difficult than it needs to be. Because I'm not going to make choices that make it more difficult than it needs to be. That's just not me. Let's keep it simple. You kissed it. Keep it simple, stupid. Anyway, my time is running tight, and I have to get back, because looking at the time, it's about 8:32, and my piece is about to go up. We're in dress rehearsals. That's why we're here. And I'm not at home cozy watching TV, because I want to find out what happened with Dancing with the Stars. Yes, that is my show. Anybody ever want to send me out to LA, pay my way, and get me some tickets? That is what's up. I will take cash donations as graduation gifts. If you need my address, I will let you know, because I got a ridiculous amount of student loans waiting for me, and if I could knock them out sooner than later, I would love to do that. It's a beautiful day today, because it's a day we got choices. It's a day we can relax and make a positive choice today. Seeing something through from the beginning to the end, setting a goal. Maybe you can't do 3 years because that's too much. Maybe you need to do 3 days or 3 hours, but setting those goals and accomplishing it. I have set out now to complete this running program. It's a 9-week program. I'm on week 2. I accomplished week 1. It's done. It's a given. Aplauso. Woo! And when I do week 2, I'm going to celebrate that too. When I finish week 3, I'm going to give you a reveal. I'll strip for you on video, which is kind of cool, because I don't mind being looked at, because even at my fluffiest, I am cute as hell. That I can thank my parents for. And I got the frizzies going on today. Oh my God, you guys are not going to know how to act when you see me. I love you, especially those of you who have been seeing me through all of this. Your hugs and kisses are very, very much felt. And I hope that you feel mine, and that you feel my admiration for you being such a beautiful support. I love you. I really, really love you. And for those of you who are hating, you keep hating, but I'm going to love you too. Because hating back is taking too much energy, and it's just making my hair more frizzy, and I'm not feeling the frizz. Anyway, have a great, wonderful day. If I don't speak to you before Mother's Day, moms and dads who are holding it down for the moms, bravo, love you, have an excellent day. I will be celebrating right along with you all too proudly. I'll definitely post pictures of my Mother's Day celebrations. I will talk to you soon. Chaito, besos, Fat Free Diaries, Eli de Amor. Take care. Bye bye.